What's going on, guys? It's Adam P. Welcome back to yet another video here on the channel. That was an old intro. If you guys have been subscribed, we're talking 5+ years now. That was my old intro I used to do back in the day. I feel like now starting the video with either good morning or good afternoon just comes across as maybe a bit too formal and just lacks a bit of identity as well. So might bring the intro back, I don't know, but we're not here to talk about that. Of course, we're here in this video to get through Newcastle United transfer news, and as you would have seen by the title and thumbnail, Newcastle United news as well. It's not just transfer related today, but we'll start off on the positive side. It does look like Newcastle is close to completing their second deal of the window. We'll talk about James Trafford in a bit, but even to give you an example now, Nottingham Forest, they've actually posted pictures of Morgan Gibbs-White returning to training today on their social media pages. The same player, by the way, whose release clause was activated by Tottenham, meaning by law he is supposed to go to Tottenham, but then of course Forest have declined the move because of the way they felt like Tottenham had handled that deal. And in our point of view, just getting Elanga in, just being able to even secure Elanga, pray to the Lord, because the fact we've done business with Forest is one of the positives so far for us, because they're so hard to do business with. But we've got that sorted now. We've got one player through. Morgan Gibbs-White on Forest social media pages. James Trafford nowhere to be seen anywhere on Burnley's social media pages. So we'll get through that in a bit. We'll start this video off, of course. If you guys are new around here and you enjoy the content, make sure you get down there, hit that subscribe button. Thank you for 59,000 subscribers. We're now on the road to 60,000. So if you guys have not done that already, make sure to do so you stay updated and don't miss any potential videos on the channel. If you enjoy the content, make sure to smash the like button. Appreciate your support as always, and thank you so much for your support over the past few days. It's been great speaking to so many of you. It's great seeing how positive and happy Newcastle fans have been with the transfer window. So of course the club will continue to do their job, but on the channel we're here to cover it all. Thank you for your support, means the world to me. But enough of the soppiness, let's get into the video now. And we'll start this video off with Jason Tindall, because he has been confronted by Sunderland fans on a night out in Newcastle. If you guys have ever been on a night out or you've been having a few pints in the bar, Jason Tindall has probably been there. The guy loves going out quite a lot, enjoys his pint. Newcastle fans, if you spot him, he's always quite sound speaking to you. He's a lovely bloke, gets on well. Sunderland fans, of course, have spotted him, and this is the most annoying thing I feel like you could have on a personal level, whether it's a celebrity, someone online. Even on a personal level, I can relate to this now. If you get recognised on a night out, you tend to have people, of course, that are drunk or intoxicated or doing God knows what, do stuff like this. Now, this video is antagonising, aggressive, and it's solely designed to get a reaction out of Jason Tindall. Jason actually does it brilliantly, where he kind of laughs it off, just sits there, and you can just look in the guy's face, couldn't give a toss, could you? I think it's hilarious in Jason's point of view, but the Sunderland fan, you could tell he was aggressive. And the thing is, before that interaction occurred, so let's say then the build-up to the guy then recording Jason Tindall, I'm willing to bet would have went up to Jason Tindall, kissed his arse, hello Jason, love you mate, can we get a photograph please? And then the guy gets his phone out and starts recording them, and then starts effing and jeffing him and just bringing up this Sunderland Newcastle thing. I don't think it's a big deal. Jason's not doing anything wrong. I think the Sunderland fans made himself look like a tit, to be honest. And he's also giving Newcastle ammunition, because, well, our media team is going to see this, which means when Newcastle wins against Sunderland this season in the Premier League, what do you think our media team is going to do with this? They're obviously going to show photographs of Jason Tindall. They might even quote parts of this video and then just have it on our social media pages. So yeah, thanks in advance to the guy here that just gave us all the content we need this season for the time we had derby. But ultimately, you're a bit of a dickhead, mate. Going away from that though, again, that happens quite a lot. It's about how you handle it, and I think Jason Tindall handled it brilliantly. And that's the tip and the trick for anyone watching this video who may be, I guess, active in social media and then people recognise in real life. You could have something like this. It's just how you handle the situation. That is exactly what you need to focus on in a moment like that. As for James Trafford, he has not been pictured in any media footage out in Portugal. Burnley have went to Portugal for their pre-season tour. Footage, videos, photographs, it's all out there of the Burnley players. Not one features James Trafford. So it tells me one of two things now. First obvious thing is that he's not in Portugal. So he's at home now. sitting down, just waiting for the potential Newcastle move. It's no secret Newcastle wants to sign the player wants to go to Newcastle as well. Burnley are just wanting the correct valuation, so it's just that button of heads on how much each team wants to pay. So that's the one thing holding this deal back. It's sounded close for a few weeks now. I think the fact that if he's not out in Portugal tells you the story that Burnley believes that Trafford's going to go, so Newcastle is looking to complete that deal sooner rather than later. The second possibility being is that James Trafford could be in Portugal, maybe either trained separately from the Burnley team, or Burnley's media team are purposely not showing any footage or making sure there's no footage of James Trafford for whatever reason, maybe just to make sure that the fans know that he's potentially going out the door. I don't know why they would do that, but he potentially is out in Portugal, but maybe their media team is just purposely not showing any footage of him. So it's one of the two things, but regardless, I think it is very good news for Newcastle. I think there's clearly something in this. I don't think it's a coincidence. There's nothing of James Trafford on their social media pages, so we'll see what happens. Maybe today they do end up posting stuff of the guy, I don't know, but in my opinion, does sound positive for Newcastle. I think they will complete this deal. I think regardless of this social media thing with Trafford, I think Newcastle were always close with the deal anyway. So we'll see what happens this week. This is a big week for Newcastle bringing players in. And while I'm not going to put my money on it, I think this week probably is the week when Newcastle will complete a deal. So is James Trafford that guy? We shall find out sooner rather than later. And finally, going away from this video, we'll mention Hugo Ekitiki again. I know some of you guys are sick of hearing about him. I know some of you guys watching this video don't believe we are going to sign him, but journalists have claimed while £86 million is the release clause over at Frankfurt, it would actually cost way less to bring him in. So they believe between 60 to 70 million pounds will be enough to secure the move of Hugo Ekitiki. Now, to be fair to Newcastle, evidence already in this window. We did bid £50 million in João Pedro, and what a deal that would have been, by the way, because my God, he's been good at the Club World Cup. But we have already bidded £50 million in a player. So if you were to say, let's say £65 million would be enough to bring Ekitiki in, would Newcastle jump a little bit higher to bring him in? I think it is more realistic than you suggest, although I still think at this stage it's unlikely. But in terms of transfer talks being linked with, I still think out of the attacking options being linked with, one of the better ones. Now, Wissa's good, but he's 29 years old. That's a lot older than what Eddie Howe would normally go for in a player. Ollie Watkins, again, seems somewhat plausible, but I think he's harder to integrate into the team than Hugo Ekitiki would be. I actually do think it's more realistic than you guys think, although, again, as I mentioned, I just don't think we'll do it for now. But stay tuned, and I would say there's a bit of leg room to it, so we'll see over the next couple of weeks what happens to Hugo Ekitiki. But as far as transfers go, Newcastle are certainly going for younger talent. They're certainly going for ones that are going to seriously improve the team. And as far as windows have been for us the last couple of years, I'm glad now that we are out of those horrible PSR crappy years, because it's been very ambitious. I'm very pleased from what has been portrayed and published on social media. So stay tuned and we'll update you on what happens throughout the week, because I'm fully expecting this week to have something going on. So, and I'm hoping to get out and about this week when Newcastle decides to get something going. So yeah, stay tuned. Plenty of videos planned. Of course, Celtic this weekend. Oh my God, next weekend we're going to watch Newcastle's first public match of pre-season. I can't wait to be back in Glasgow. I enjoyed it a couple of years ago with Rangers. Let's do it again this time with Celtic. Take care, guys. Let me know if you're going to the game, and we will see you all in the next one.